Hello everybody and welcome to the first match of Group B. We are on Code A again. We have Pazuzu versus MrMoomoo this time. Pazuzu from Mexico. Of course, he was the second place last season, and MrMoomoo is a new player, who is from the USA. Let's skip the early game a bit. Lord Pazuzu starts with a recon here, and MrMoomoo starts with the tank, probably to secure this con tower here from this recon that Pazuzu made. Pazuzu now going for the battlecopter, really early battlecopter there. Moomoo also matching the battlecopter now, and he also has a recon. Let's see if Pazuzu makes a tank now, so they have exactly the same units. I mean, Pazuzu has more units because, of course, his turn just ended. But so far, both players playing really safe. Pazuzu could be harassing with this recon, but he probably expects the tank, so this recon is probably mostly for vision here of this con tower. Now Pazuzu going for double tank and a base skip actually. Interesting. He could go for an artillery. This map is quite good for artillery. There's a lot of woods here. You can put artillery here to secure this con tower. You can put artillery here to, just shoot at stuff on the roads there on the center. Now MrMoomoo coming in with the battlecopter. Pazuzu's battlecopter is on the side here, probably fearing some anti-air on the center. Now Lord Pazuzu going for the anti-air finally. We see the first conflict here, some infantry, damaging some infantry there, but no big deal. Both players even on income. This property here, Pazuzu didn't start capturing, but MrMoomoo is capturing the matching property here on the top. Now Pazuzu gets this infantry here, and is advancing with his infantry for the most part. Let me turn on the fog so it looks a bit more interesting in the game, so we see the vision of each player. MrMoomoo gets this capture, so now he's a bit ahead on income, and he gets a lot of good trades here. Gets 2 infantry, and the battlecopter in the tank gets this tank on the city, gets another infantry, so he gets 3 infantry and the tank there. And he also has a medium tank now and double recon and the battlecopter coming in. Pazuzu is coming in with the anti-air. I think this anti-air was the one he just built the other turn. I'm not sure if he took... Yeah, I think that was quite a late anti-air, so it's not hitting the field just yet. Now MrMoomoo is taking advantage of that and getting even more damage with this battlecopter. He's gonna get another tank and damage very severely this other one here. MrMoomoo builds a recon. Okay, he doesn't build, he just moves the infantry in the recon there. Pazuzu going for the first normal power of the game with the side slip there. Both are playing Adder, so both, I guess the first power can be quite a turn, or can turn the tides of the game, I mean to say. Lord Pazuzu gets a battlecopter there, thanks to the power. I think he could reach anyway, but this infantry here couldn't kill this 1 HP infantry, so I guess he wouldn't be able to get this kill. And he gets this tank here, so he gets a tank and a battlecopter, but that's it for the most part. He also gets this infantry, starts capturing this property from MrMoomoo, which is really cool. But now MrMoomoo almost has the superpower, but he goes for the side slip. I guess with Feather you mostly just wanna spam the normal power because it costs only 2 bars, while the superpower costs 5. So I guess overall you rather get 2 turns with the normal power than get a single turn with the superpower. So I think it's very rare that you go for the superpower with Ether unless you have like a really specific situation where you can get a lot of value. So right now Lord Pazuzu is actually losing on unit count by quite a bit. Actually 3 units now, but as MrMoomoo buys and gets another side slip there, I think Lord Pazuzu, yeah, he didn't have the power quite yet. He went for some trades there. He got some infantry, and then, but he only had the power by the end of the turn. Now MrMoomoo is going for all those kills there. And he goes for the anti-air and another battlecopter. Now Lord Pazuzu goes for the power as well, trying to get some damage back there. Both players are even on income. Lord Pazuzu couldn't get that capture that he started with the first power there. Now MrMoomoo getting a lot of stuff from Pazuzu. Finishing off some units with the infantry, getting a lot of infantry from Pazuzu. Oh, this is really bad. Now Pazuzu doesn't even have infantry here to keep his cities on his power and to capture new properties there. He has a medium tank doing a lot of damage here, but MrMoomoo already has the medium tank to answer here as well. And he's gonna do a lot of damage next turn, probably to Pazuzu. MrMoomoo going for the third side sleep there. He starts capturing the con tower from Lord Pazuzu, and I don't think Lord Pazuzu is going to get that. He even shields the infantry capturing here with an infantry wall. Kinda flimsy wall, but it kinda works, at least on delaying the interrupt here. And Lord Pazuzu resigns. I mean, he was really behind on unit count. You can see that the first power that Pazuzu got off, he got quite some damage, but then he kinda overextended here. He started his capture with a 7 HP infantry, and then MrMoomoo, I guess, just got some better trades overall and he won the game. So MrMoomoo is going to the winner's match, and let's see who is gonna play against him, who is gonna play against Pazuzu on the next game, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so game 2 we have Niemand Witchinges, something like that. I think it means none witches, wizards, something like that in German, because he's from Germany, and Jakester from the USA is playing Adder here, while Niemand went for the Jake pick, which I think is pretty strong for most maps. This map has a lot of planes and artillery is really strong, of course. This map, you start with the artillery. This map is... oh my god, I can't remember the name of them. The static, of course. So Jakester got the pipe sing break here, and Niemand as well, of course. You want to break this pipe sing as soon as possible to get infantry here to capture those properties on the top or on the south, of course, if you're the player on the bottom here. And maybe you can also free this artillery here, because the units, they can move to a tile if it isn't blocked, of course, but it doesn't matter if they are blocked here, in this case by the pipe. If you break the pipe scene, when it moves to the left, it will be free here, so you can break this pipe scene with another artillery, which I think is what Jakester is gonna do here. So he's gonna break this pipe scene probably, and then get this artillery free. I think a better spot to do this is this show right here, because you can get the artillery further to the front lines, and I mean not further, I guess, nearer to the front lines, but I mean further from the bases, and then start breaking here. Niemand though is not going for this. He started with an early recon here on the top, and then followed by a tank. For now, both players didn't even see each other yet. I mean, Niemand saw now the infantry from Jakester and started this capture here. Now Niemand's going in with some infantry and a tank, another tank, so he's got a tank chain here on the top. I guess this is the strong side for this player. Oh my god, what am I doing? And this is the strong side for the other player, but you can get copters here, even though there's a lot of anti-air on this map, and generally most of the fights will be going on the center, and then players will be kinda having little skirmishes here on those corners of the map to see who gets those bases here, those 4 bases that are more contested. Now Niemand starts capturing the con tower. And Jakester, he didn't start capturing his con tower. Of course, he started getting interrupted here by the recon. He now has a tank coming in, I guess, to get this recon. But he got the artillery here, so he's got a unit advantage, I guess, because of this artillery. You can see that he has 23 against 22. Now he has 26 after buying 2 tanks and the infantry. So overall, Jakester has a stronger army, but this army is further back, while Niemand's army is more to the front. He's got control of this center for now. Jakester only has a tank here. Niemand now going for the artillery. Let's see if he's gonna free this and going for also the battlecopter. Jakester already has the battlecopter. Niemand actually having a bit of an income lead and having the con tower, while Jakester, of course, wasn't quite able to get it because of the early recon pressure there by Niemand. Now Niemand getting some good trades there on the center. Of course, he has the stronger force. And Jakester starts some captures, get trapped with the tank there by the infantry. Gets this infantry, really nice. He starts some fights there, probably trying to take this city here from Niemand, and he's probably gonna be able, because there's not a whole lot here to defend, but this means Niemand's got the pressure on the center. The recon even tries to hide here, trying to back up. Now this recon also goes to the woods to see what's going on here. He sees a lot of the stuff Jakester has. The anti-air is coming in. Niemand isn't quite going aggressive here because it's mostly infantry and he doesn't have the anti-air in position to start dealing with those copters just yet. Now Jakester taking control of both corners of the map, and they are both even on income, but Jakester is capturing some properties from Niemand. Now Niemand going for some nice trades here, gets a lot of damage on the tank, interrupts this capture of his own property there. Starts another capture here that was delayed, I guess. This capture, of course, he's probably gonna get it, so this means Niemand's probably gonna be ahead on capture, but if Jakester gets this capture, he's gonna pull ahead, so... But it's not by a whole lot, it's only 1k to 20k, so... Isn't completely crucial to get this advantage, but every advantage is big, of course. Niemand getting some damage here on those tanks with the artillery, but this artillery is probably gonna be very dead next turn, but then he's got a bomber coming in. Really bold move by Niemand. Now Jakester has a lot of infantry on the center, but... Jakester has, and Niemand has a lot of vehicles, and Jakester isn't even seeing everything. He gets a real nice damage here on the... It's interesting that Niemand has only 1 artillery on the center, while... Jakester went for both the artillery. When he's playing Adder, they're kinda playing role reversal there. Jakester now pulling ahead on capture, trying to get another capture here. He goes for the normal power and get a lot of damage, but this means Niemand is gonna get the superpower now, and this medium tank gets 1 extra movement, I guess. If he didn't get it, he wouldn't be able to get this tank here. So he one-shots the tank, gets this other tank, the bomber comes in and gets this other tank. Artillery shooting at the artillery here. He interrupts the captures here on the sides. So he's gonna keep the income similar for now. He gets some other infantry there, and yeah, the situation is getting kind of dire for Jakester, but he has a lot more units for whatever reason. I think it's mostly just infantry. He has 10 more infantry than Jakester. Than Niemand Jakester has at this point, and most of them are on the center. Of course, there's all those infantry here that are really damaged on the side. But they still at least can block some stuff here. I'm not sure if he's gonna get a lot of value, but he managed to get this infantry here. And he keeps on capturing. This property only has 2 HP, but this 1 HP infantry is capturing. And he goes for double anti-air after seeing the bomber. Now Niemand moving in, getting some units. Man, I think I need a normal keyboard, not like a mechanical one, so I make less noise when I'm pressing the buttons here, because it's getting kinda annoying. Now Jakester, mostly just moving his infantry forward and pulling back a bit with his vehicles, but he's gonna lose this tank now and this battlecopter. He loses some more infantry. Niemand is really behind on unit count, but it's mostly just infantry still for Jakester. Now Niemand going for the big units, while Jakester mostly trying to make it work with a lot of infantry and smaller units, some artillery actually here on the center, double anti-air moving together here on the top, looking for the bomber. Now he sees the bomber there. He goes for the normal power, the side slip for other. He's got two tanks coming into the front lines, and now he goes for battlecopter and another tank. The bomber there getting another tank. The anti-air gets another battlecopter. Jakester being kind of reckless with his battlecopters, but is still really ahead on units for whatever reason. I think mostly because he's building a bunch of battlecopters. I'm not sure if Niemand was just really heckless with his infantry or if he base skipped to get some of those bigger units I didn't catch actually when he made the bomber. And now Jakester starts the HQ capture. He has a lot of infantry here to reinforce, so Niemand really has to one-shot this infantry here and stop this HQ capture. He does a lot of damage with the anti-air. The bomber comes in and gets some artillery there. He has also got the new tank coming in and the rocket, so that's interesting. Now Jakester finally goes for the fighter. I'm not sure if he could go for a fighter when he saw the bomber, but apparently he's really afraid of more bombers, but there's not. I mean, he almost got the bomber there, and there's not any more bombers coming in. And this capture is still going. I think I'm not sure if I can see there the status of the capture. I think it did like 10 and then 3 capture, and then okay, he joined there. I'm not even sure where I was now. Okay, so Jakester is coming in, makes triple tank here, start trying to get this capture. Actually, Jakester is really ahead on income. I didn't even catch that. His arm is also now a lot more value than Niemand. Niemand going for the superpower there. I guess trying to get some advantage there. Now the bomber gets the 1 HP. I mean, the fighter gets the 1 HP bomber. Jakester really killing all the Niemand infantry there. I guess he knows he's got a lot more units, so he's just trying to kill everything that Niemand can get to get captures. Oh my god, I can't speak. Jakester going for a bomber now. Niemand trying to fight back, but he barely can see the map. This is really tough. He's got the rocket though, which is a bit of a questionable purchase, but he made it, and he's trying to make it work. Now Jakester almost capturing the con tower, and I think this game's kinda over, man. I mean, Niemand's got a new tank there, but it's really hard to try and hold on against so many units. At this point, Jakester can almost just throw his tanks against this new tank and the medium tank, and he still is gonna have money to make a lot of more stuff. And he's even got double bomber coming in to deal with those big ground units. I think as soon as this bomber starts bombing stuff there, it's gonna be GG, man. The new tank gets one shot by the bomber. This really hurts. I think Niemand's gonna resign his turn, I'm not sure. Now another bomber coming in, the battlecopters, double tank. Niemand going for the superpower there, I guess trying to fight back for the last time, but it doesn't work. And Jakester moves on, so he's gonna be playing against our first player, MrMoomoo, to move on. And Niemand's gonna be facing Lord Pazuzu. So yeah, let's go to the winners match. Okay, so the winners match, MrMoomoo versus Jakester now. MrMoomoo is playing Adder and Jakester is playing Sammy, which wasn't banned in this match, interestingly. MrMoomoo actually banned Fleck and Jakester banned Jake, so let's skip the early game a little bit. Jakester going for the early APC, I guess the semi is kinda expected, this is gonna happen. And now... MrMoomoo going for the tank here, on the weak side I suppose. This map is kinda tough because you only have one base on each side, and then you have the airports, of course. There's this isolated one in here you can capture, and then there's Jakester doing some nice boosting here with the APC. He has a mech capturing here on the center. Now MrMoomoo sees that he's going for some artillery, but he doesn't. I think he didn't see the APC just yet. MrMoomoo going for some standard captures. He has a recon coming in, not surprising against Sammy. You really want to kill all her infantry, so she can get too much value. She can go and kill all your infantry, and then you can't capture anything. Jakester coming for an aggressive capture here, but he loses this infantry to get this capture. And MrMoomoo is probably going to start capturing next turn this property. Now MrMoomoo going for double tank there. Jakester moving the mech here to this stronger position here, but is far away from this city, so I'm not sure about that. Now Jakester getting some nice trades there on the mech, almost one-shots the mech. If the mech was here on the city, it was gonna be pretty much the same thing, so whatever. But at least he would have 3 HP now. MrMoomoo going for double infantry and a transport copter, interesting. MrMoomoo trying to get some captures, Jakester trying to deny those captures, of course. Now Jakester has double battlecopter coming in. He's ahead on capture, but MrMoomoo broke this pipe scene. I didn't even catch when this happened. I think this is some older bug of the replay player. I gotta fix this. I gotta update this replay player. But whatever, you can see that the tank is there and just kill the recon. MrMoomoo also broke the pipe scene, is now gonna start capturing those bases. Pretty important to get this extra 2 income, though I think this income is also important here with the transport copter, which is probably what MrMoomoo is gonna do after all that. Now Jakester is actually really behind on unit count for some reason. And MrMoomoo has a medium tank coming in, and all those tanks, now he gets this artillery. Oh, this is really tough for Jakester. He goes for some anti-air there, I guess, seeing the battlecopter there. The battlecopter is actually one-shot, don't one-shot, 2-shot because it's 2 battlecopters, but they get the tank. Jakester interrupting the capture here, pretty important, but now MrMoomoo going for the side slip. I think this anti-air still can't reach, was a bit of a late anti-air there from MrMoomoo. But he gets some value out of the power, I suppose. Yeah, this transport copter could move anyway, so whatever. He also goes for a battlecopter, which I think is cool. Once you kill the battlecopters from your opponent, it's interesting to go for your own battlecopters. But Jakester also has some anti-air now, even though he's really behind on unit count now. He gets 1 infantry and a tank, but I don't know, man. I think this map is tough for Sam because you only have 2 bases, so it's hard to be pumping out infantry all the time. You can go for a lot of battlecopters, but then your opponent gets anti-air, and yeah, it's really tough for you to keep pumping those infantry. Jakester is trying to fight back though. He has double tank. He gets a lot of damage on this artillery there and gets this. Yeah, he doesn't get a whole lot here, honestly. He gets the recon and some infantry. Jakester trying to fight back, trying to make some more units, but MrMoomoo has the medium tank doing a lot of damage there. The anti-air gets the battlecopter. Oh, this is really tough for Jakester. And now MrMoomoo is gonna capture all those properties that Jakester didn't quite capture because he doesn't have the transport copter. I'm not sure if this early APC is worth it, probably worth to grab this airport really early and then go for a transport copter instead, I think. Now MrMoomoo using the side slip to start this capture. Also going there really aggressive. He's already 2k ahead on income and has almost double the army value and almost the unit count actually of Jakester. Really tough there for Jakester to fight back. His medium tank gets a lot of... I didn't even catch when his medium tank moved there, but for some reason the medium tank was just standing there and takes a lot of damage from MrMoomoo. Now MrMoomoo coming in, he has pretty much double the units of Jakester. I mean, not quite double, but 30 to 20 is pretty tough. Now MrMoomoo just killing a lot of stuff from Jakester, getting those captures there. Yeah, man, I don't see a way out for Jakester, honestly. I'm not sure about this semi-peak on this map in particular. The new tank there, one-shotting the tank, and he even starts getting the black bolt there to get the HQ capture and goes for a bomber. Jakester trying to fight back any way he can. He starts finally capturing there the properties on the back. I'm not even sure how he got it. So, oh, he broke the pipe sync together. Oh my god, man. This artillery could be on the front lines helping, but instead it was breaking the pipe sync to try and get some captures. Jakester just skipped his turn, I think. Oh my god. And MrMoomoo gets the victory, capturing the HQ. So that's it. MrMoomoo moves on as first place, and Jakester is gonna play against whoever wins Niemand versus Lord Pazuzu. So let's get to the losers match now. So the losers match now, which is a bad name to call this, but is Niemand versus Pazuzu. Really tough there. Pazuzu, one of the best players of last tournament, still a great player, of course. This is Cold Day, so all the players are really high level, or at least, you know, Diamond, at least if you're thinking about other games. And now Niemand chose Flak actually for this match, while Pazuzu went for the Jake pick, which I think is more reliable. But I mean, if I was playing, I would be playing Flak every game I could, maybe throwing some Semi and Green there to get spice, even though I pretty much only play Cole on Global League for tier 4. Niemand with the early recon here, pretty standard stuff. For some reason Pazuzu didn't even get infantry here yet to start those captures. I mean, he has one, but yeah, I'm not sure, man. Now Pazuzu getting the early captures here though of the port and everything. Niemand already has 2 infantry here capturing. He's probably gonna get this con tower here, while Niemand is blocking this con tower from Pazuzu. Now Pazuzu going for the APC, I guess, to boost all this infantry. He has 4 infantry here, lots of infantry. Niemand going for the tank here, probably to get the recon from Pazuzu. Everyone builds this early recon on this map to interrupt those captures here, because early game you pretty much only have infantry on this con tower side. Pazuzu going for double tank here actually now. And the APC, I didn't even catch if the APC boosts anything. Oh, okay, he's just positioning to boost something next turn, but I guess he didn't really boost, and he's not gonna boost next turn, so I'm not sure of this APC build for now. Now Niemand pulling back with the recon, seeing the recon from Pazuzu. I guess he's expecting a tank just like he has here, and he has a tank going in. No one of the players is trying to get to the center just yet. Pazuzu going for double artillery. Of course, great if you're playing Jake. I mean, even with older COs can be pretty good, but with Jake it's pretty good. Niemand going for the battlecopter and some anti-air. Now Pazuzu moving in, trying to get those captures, trying to get this con tower, he didn't get it yet. Niemand already has the con tower, of course. Now Lord Pazuzu going for artillery and anti-air, so both players getting a lot of... I mean, mostly Pazuzu getting a lot of artillery, but let's see if it pays off later on in the game. The recon from Niemand really annoying here, interrupting... I mean, not interrupting, but getting a lot of damage on another infantry that was gonna try to get some captures there. Niemand actually behind on capture, on income there. But he has a con tower and he's interrupting a lot of captures from Pazuzu. He also has overall the better army, I would say, with all those tanks. And I mean, Pazuzu has a lot of artillery, but it's gonna take quite a while for them to reach the front line. So for now, they don't do much. Niemand also going for the mech there, really interesting. I mean, mechs are great on this map to fight back all those units on this weaker side here of the con tower. And Niemand going for anti-air and battlecopters. Of course, there's a lot of battlecopters on this map because it's really hard to reach this side, so air units can kinda get here a bit faster, not a whole lot because the airport is really far away from all the fronts, to be honest. Now Pazuzu ahead on capture, but really struggling to get this con tower, and the artillery here exposed gets punished by the recon. The battlecopter also getting some infantry kills, the recon almost one shot there by the tank. Now Niemand is going for the center. Pazuzu already has 2 properties here, which is why I think he's even though he's being really pressured here on the con tower side, he still doesn't have a con tower. Pazuzu getting some nice trades here, interrupting this capture, starting this capture here. So over on the center, Pazuzu is kind of winning, but on the sides, Niemand is really winning. He has 1 con tower and is still contesting this other one. Pazuzu going for the new tank actually now. And Niemand starting some captures, trying to get them here. Now Niemand gets the recon and starts to capture the other con tower. Oh, this is really tough for Pazuzu, man. He even goes for a bomber now. Both players have 23 income, but most of Pazuzu properties are more to the center, while Niemand is more to the sides. Generally, I would say the first player to get the control of the center has some big advantage, but when the enemy has double con tower and is still pushing on both sides, it's really tough, man. Now Pazuzu going for some tanks and a battlecopter, but Niemand gets the second con tower, so he's pulling back a bit. He knows he's ahead, because, I mean, if you have double con tower, it's like your units do 120% damage, so it's almost like you have, 120% army value or something. Of course, you can take a lot of damage and lose all those units and they don't even get to attack, but for the most part you're gonna be trading and those units are gonna do a lot of damage, especially with flak. If you roll high, your rolls will be even higher, so it's gonna be really tough. And if you roll low, you still get the extra damage, so yeah, really tough for Pazuzu. The bomber from Niemand taking its time to reach the front lines. He gets a battlecopter there from Pazuzu. I'm not sure what this battlecopter was doing there. I guess he only did damage to the recon, so this is kind of bad for Pazuzu. The bomber now going to the center actually. So I guess Niemand really wants to take control of this center now that he has both sides kind of secured. Pazuzu has 4 artillery here, getting towards the con tower. But it's still kind of problematic, because you can't face check here with the artillery. Now Pazuzu attacking here on this other front as well. He has a lot of tanks and stuff. I mean, artillery, even the new tank here. This property is still not captured on this side. But Niemand is a bit ahead on capture and he's getting all those captures on the center. He also broke the pipe scene. Again, the pipe scene bug appearing here. I think I need to get my stuff together. the Battlecopter getting some damage on the tank, and Niemand going for a base keep here, bad boy, but okay, he's getting a bomber and a tank. And Pazuzu resigns. I mean, it's really tough, man. When you can't get the con tower for this long, I mean, day 16 and the enemy has both con towers. He wasn't even that far behind, but I mean, Niemand is a really good player, so it was gonna be really tough for him to try and fight back. So sadly, Pazuzu is out of the tournament, or second place from last season. But he put up a really good fight, and Niemand now is gonna play against Jakester for the last place on quarterfinals. So let's see the last game now. Okay, so last match we have Jakester versus Niemand. Thank you very much to Niemand for sending me this replay. I ended up not downloading this one. I guess you'll see later there was a bit of confusion with this game, but Niemand starts with an early artillery here going to the center, and Jakester starts with the tanks first here. Both players are just making a bunch of infantry, and Jakester's got another tank here, so he's kinda going for the tank chain there. Oh, what happened? I'm not sure. Okay, Niemand's capturing. He also goes for... okay, he only infantry for now. Jakester goes for the second tank. Oh, okay, we went back. Niemand now going for a tank and a mech there. He's playing semi, of course, while Jakester went for the coal. I think coal is decent on this map. I mean, there's those roads generally nearby the conflict zones here, let's put it that way. There's quite some roads, but I think semi is really strong as well because it's kind of a short map, and mechs are really good here from these mountains because of the movement penalty, of course. Now Niemand moving in, he finally sees Jakester there. He's got the artillery here kind of in position, and he goes for a mech and the tank. Both players kinda even on capture. Jakester a bit ahead. He goes here with the tank and does a lot of damage to this infantry, but now he's gonna take a lot of damage back from this artillery. He's also going for some artillery and another tank. Niemand moving in, gets the tank, starts some captures, starts capturing this property from Jakester. Of course he's playing semi, so he's probably going to get this capture. Jakester moving in with the anti-air, of course, really good against semi because of the infantry. You can one-shot a lot of infantry. Now going for a double tank here, Jakester. Niemand gets another shot with the tank from the tank that was attacking here, the other tank. He gets the infantry that was starting to interrupt the capture. He gets the capture, so now he's 18 to 17k on income. He's also got a transport copter to boost those mechs, I think, forward. Jakester gets this infantry, so that's good for him. He starts another capture. Now they're both even on capture. Oh, he gets another infantry here. 2 infantry, actually. And goes for a battlecopter and a tank. Now Niemand moving in with the recon and the tank there, boosting the mech forward. Getting all this infantry here really low. Now he's going for the anti-air just as Jakester gets the battlecopter. And he's also going for a battlecopter. He actually went for a base keep here, double base keep, really interesting. I'm not sure if I agree with this. Both players have their normal power, let's see who uses it first. Semi-normal power, really underrated, is a really strong power to get captures and get a lot of the enemy's infantry and even other units if you have like mechs. Now Niemand going in, doing a lot of damage, Jakester just spamming tanks. Niemand now has double artillery here on the center, really strong, he's really taking control of the center. He starts capturing this property bar in Jakester. And he's probably not going to get interrupted, so he's probably going to get this property next turn. He gets a little bit of a capture lead here. And Jakester goes for the first march. The normal power, actually, I'm not sure. I think he could go for the superpower. Generally, I think if you're playing Cole, you wanna save up for the superpower for the most part, unless you can get like a really good normal power. Because it's 5 stars for the 2 movement boost, while you pay 3 stars for the normal power, which is only 1 movement. But Jakester is getting some decent trades there, nothing too impressive. He almost gets this tank and gets some infantry here as well. I think he interrupts actually that capture by... Yeah, he interrupts the capture by Niemand that I said that probably wasn't going to get interrupted. So interesting, now Jakester is a bit ahead on units, but Jakester should be ahead after he buys. I mean, Niemand should be ahead when he buys. The same there, I'm getting confused, okay. Now Niemand capturing some properties here. This property actually only on the center. Anti-air moving in, seeing the copter here. This tank's trying to repair here, and he goes for another transport copter. I'm not sure if the other one died. I think... Oh, okay, I think it's here. I'm not sure about that. I mean, transport is really good for Sammy. Now Jakester moving in, doing some damage. He's a bit behind on capture, but not a whole lot. This battlecopter is probably going to die next turn, but he's finally getting to shoot on this artillery. And he's also got artillery here on position. Both artillery getting some nice shots there. The tank moves in and gets a lot of damage on this artillery. He gets 1 tank and damages another. Now he's gonna get another tank. A bunch of mechs moving in. The transport copter moving in. And he goes for a bomber. Really interesting. And this unit here dies for... Oh, okay, he suicides the infantry to delay this capture for 1 turn. And Jakester goes for the first march again. The anti-air gets the battlecopter. I don't think he's getting a whole lot of value in terms of the movement here. Okay, this infantry wouldn't be able to move without the power, but that's it pretty much. And the game ends here, and that's really sad. Niemand actually had 2 hours on the clock on Sunday, and I saw it and I told them, but Niemand couldn't get to play the game, so the game ends here on day 14. Niemand timed out and Jake won the game because of that. I think Niemand was actually on a really good position here to win the game. He was ahead on capture and getting... I mean, he wasn't capturing anything, but he had a really strong presence on the center. I really can't say who would win the game, but Jakester won because of the timeout. Really sad there for Niemand. But thank you very much for playing, Niemand, and sending the replay. And Jakester moves on along with our first place. So that's it for today. If you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I see you guys next time.